To all who listen to this happy pod, welcome. My name is Noah Parker, and welcome to my world of wonder, where I am joined by my beautiful wife and co-host, Mrs. Adriana Parker.
Hello, everyone.
Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday. Very weird. We filming on Tuesday.
Yeah, rescheduled our episode for this week. But that's okay. We're here.
Yeah.
We're here now. Yes. How are you doing today?
I'm doing all right.
Just all right?
No, I'm doing fine. Just, chilling, living that summer teacher life, but also being in a master's course, so it's like a lot of just school, but
still busy.
It is, yeah.
They say you never stop learning, and apparently neither do teachers.
Yeah. Yeah, no. For real.
Yeah, that's funny.
How are you doing? I like your new shirt.
Thank you. I got this new it's what is it, cake, I think it's called Cake Worthy shirt from the Disney store. It's got Stitch embroidered on the collar over here.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like it a lot. It's like in fancy writing.
For those of you watching on YouTubes, if you're not watching on the YouTubes, maybe we'll put a post on Instagram of me.
Yeah.
in the new shirt. But no, so basically, like, I really like wearing button-down shirts because I just feel like T-shirts are not very flattering, right? And so I like wearing button-downs. I feel like it just makes me look better.
Formal.
I don't know about more formal, just to feel like I feel happier,
okay,
I guess,
nice.
when I'm wearing button-downs. I feel like kind of look blech when I'm wearing a T-shirt.
Yeah.
Just a personal thing. I don't think people who wear T-shirts are blech, it's just I feel like I look kind of blech in T-shirts.
Oh, okay.
So I prefer button-downs. And I obviously, like, I typically wear the Disney Hawaiian shirts from Walmart, right? Because they're really accessible, and there's 6 different designs, and I have all of them. And there's a bluey one too, and I didn't get that one because I'm not a dad. But I've always wanted like a flannel to wear in the winter, because in the wintertime I just have to wear my regular flannels. There's no Disney on it, but it's okay most of the time because I usually end up putting a Disney sweater over it, so it doesn't really matter. But this is my first Disney flannel, and I'm excited to get more because I really like the shirt. Like, the material it's made out of is really nice compared to some of the other flannels I have. They're not bad, the other ones I have, but I just really like this one. It's really soft, and it's like,
you can tell the quality.
Our studio is so cold.
I know, yeah. That's why, by the way, we're always wearing like...
Yeah, that is why we are wearing sweaters
on
the show.
Like, if it's winter, people are probably like,
it's cold down
summer.
Here.
Like, why are they wearing like...
summer clothes? It's because the thermostat's like a floor and a half above where the studio is, and so it's taking the temperature up there, and it's a basement, so it cools down a lot faster naturally, and then, I don't know, it's just, it gets frigid down here. Yeah. So that's why we're always wearing long sleeves. And I was really happy about this shirt. I was really excited to get it. And so I wanted to just put it on as soon as I got it. And it came yesterday, so I was going to wear it on the show yesterday, but today is just fine.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Well, there you go. I have a lot of things that I'm working on, like, in the background that I'm really excited for.
Yeah, okay.
Like, ideas that I've come up with.
Yay,
and just, like,
I'm glad.
I have some things going in my head.
That's exciting.
That's
awesome.
I'm going to tell you about a lot of them.
Yeah.
But there's a couple. Well, one of them I'm not telling you about because it's actually a surprise for you.
Aw, you're sweet.
And it probably won't ever, like, they will only probably ever hear about it. But yeah, I don't know. I'm getting really excited about stuff right now. There's a lot of things I'm getting excited about.
Yay. I'm glad.
Yes.
That's
and honestly, I'm not going to lie. One of the things we're getting really excited about is the season break in August. We're, what is today? It's the 8th. So we're about a month and a half. Well, not even a half. It's like 1 month and 1 week away from the season break, which starts August 15th.
And it's a month long?
Yeah. Okay. August 15th through September 15th. Okay. We take off it's a full 30 days, basically. I think technically 31 days.
It'll be a good time to just brainstorm a bunch of ideas.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. We're doing some set deck stuff. We're going to be rearranging the set a little bit. We're going to be upgrading equipment, but I don't know if that will happen before that. Like, I know we're going to be getting the new stuff before the season break. I'm just not sure if I'm going to implement it before the season break. I don't know yet.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah, that makes sense to just do it after.
Yeah, because I'm gonna have to rerun it. It's like basically if like we're getting it in like 2
Stripping
weeks.
everything down,
Yeah,
and then putting it back up.
exactly. We're getting it in like 2 weeks. So I don't know if I want to strip down the whole set and then put up the new equipment,
just to strip down,
and then do like 3 more episodes and then strip it down again. So we'll see. I'm probably not going to do it before the season break, but whatever.
That's okay.
Well, that's not what we're here to talk about tonight.
What are we here to talk about today?
Today, we wanted to kind of highlight some other people's stories about cast members.
Yay, more Reddit stories.
Yes, we're doing another Reddit story episode for 2 reasons. Number one, I love cast members and I feel like they don't get enough credit.
Yeah.
You know? And I really like just highlighting some of the magical things they do. Like honestly, I would say Disney magic is 50% the theming and 50% cast members make probably even more. I would say it's 25% the theming and 75% the cast members bringing it to life and making it magical for you.
True.
So we're going to share 5 stories that I found on Reddit that kind of highlight the different things cast members have done for people that they think is really special.
Cool. Okay.
And I don't know exactly how I'm going to do it because I was I meant to charge my phone while we were eating dinner and whatnot, and I forgot. So now it has to be charging right now, and so I was just going to pass it back and forth.
Oh, okay.
We might just still do that. I'll just unplug it when it's my turn or when it's your turn, and then we'll go from there. Because you only read 2, I'll read 3, so we'll probably be okay.
Okay.
So, without any further ado, I say we go ahead and jump in. Let me find my Reddit up. And, let's see.
I wish I could roll my R's, but I can't roll my R's. Reddit. Reddit.
Yes. Okay, let me see. There's saved comments. Okay. So basically I just found like a person's post who was like asking for Reddit stories, right? And then I picked like the top voted ones from there. So, okay, so the number 1 that I saved. Yes. Okay. So this is from someone who is called Importance number 2531.
Nice.
Which I mean, honestly, most Reddit names are like
very like
nonsense unless somebody specifically set one up like I did.
That's funny.
Like it's mostly nonsense. So they said, as a child, I was in Animal Kingdom on New Year's Eve, and my family always left Cali River Rapids until the end of the day, when it was too crowded. When it wasn't too crowded, and we would see how many times we could ride it. Oh my gosh, I lost it.
The Cali River Rapids before closing?
Yes.
Dang.
How many times we could ride it before the park closed. That year, we were trying to break our record of 7 ride-throughs. One cast member noticed us riding repeatedly and asked what we were doing. So we explained and jokingly said that she should join us on the ride, since we were the only ones there. She said she would join us on our 8th ride. We thought she was kidding, but sure enough, she got on the ride with us for the 8th ride-through. After she gave us pins for being the last riders of the year, and I still remember it very fondly all these years later.
Wait, what did she do at the end?
She gave them a pin for being the last people to ride the ride of the year because they were there on New Year's Eve.
Oh, okay, that's cool. A pin. I wonder what that pin looks like.
I don't know.
That's pretty cool.
I kind of doubt there's just like a last rider of the year pin, but like there might be. I don't know.
That is hilarious. Wow. Yeah, dang. Yeah, I can't imagine the like just how full places get during New Year's Eve. And with like the fireworks show and everything, you know, and so it makes sense that there's probably like it was like dead over there, you know, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's cool. We haven't ridden that ride, and I want to so bad, but it's just the timing. It's just inconvenient for us.
We'll do it.
When we do it.
We'll do it. It's just very wet.
I know. It's yeah.
Okay.
That's cool though. I like that.
So this is the second one from Imaginary Car 3849. See, this is what I'm saying. Those names are nonsense. I don't think they mean anything.
That's funny.
Yeah, I'll let you read that.
Okay. When my kids were very young, in October 1998, we took our first trip to Walt Disney World. My daughter had another one of her infamous ear infections. Her eardrums had ruptured driving over to the mountains in Tennessee. She was in pure misery. Poor little bit, yeah. My husband took our son and went to the Magic Kingdom for the day. My daughter and I stayed at the campground. Well, I wanted some Tylenol for her, so we walked to the trading post by the Hoop-Dee-Doo Review. Little Bit had hardly any energy, and I ended up carrying her most of the way. She was tiny, but even a tiny 2-year-old gets heavy. A cast member named Zeke was making bubbles by the Hoop-Dee-Doo waiting area. He entertained my daughter so well that I think she forgot about being sick and feverish. Oh. She chased Bubbles for close to an hour, jabbering away with Zeke the whole time. If I remember correctly, he had a twin brother working elsewhere on property. I had to carry Little Bit back to our camper. She was so tuckered out. During the night, an umbrella stroller appeared on our camper steps. I had told Zeke about forgetting to bring our stroller and which camping loop we were in. He had gone to Walmart, bought us a stroller, and left it for us. Oh, how absolutely kind. He wanted to pay him for the stroller, his time, and his generosity, but he never saw him again. He called the front desk from our comfort station to commend him. I sure hope he knows how very grateful we were. And Zeke, if you read this, you should know that your kindness meant the world to us. We remember you. My daughter's 27 years old now, and the bubble guy is still her best favorite memory of Walt Disney World. That is so sweet.
That is so cute.
I'm gonna cry. Like, that is adorable. Dang, that's like a core memory for that kid.
Honestly.
Like the bubbles.
Like, that's
how
so
simple
wild.
is that?
Honestly, it's such a simple thing, and that's the thing that I love. It starts out simple with the bubbles. Going to Walmart and buying a stroller for a family is not simple. Like, that is amazing. Like, above and beyond. Like, that's crazy. And that's honestly,
so like why I just wish everyone was just so like kind like that. You
right.
know?
That would be something.
The world would be amazing,
right?
If we just did not care about ourselves.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's just not the world we live in, is it?
Yeah, but that's crazy. That's so sweet, though.
That is very sweet. I love it.
Yeah.
Although I think it's very sad that her eardrums had. She had an ear infection, is that what I said?
Yeah.
From going over the Tennessee mountains. I'm like, oh, these cute little hills. It's funny because you can drive like straight over the Appalachians in Tennessee in like a couple hours, right?
Yeah.
Whereas the Rocky Mountains are like, that's the next 8 hours of your life.
True.
Not really, but like it seems that way sometimes.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
That's funny.
Dang. The kid was a baby too. So.
I know. Oh.
So sad.
All
so
right. Good. Story number 3. This is from Park Traveler President. Trailer Park President.
Okay.
I don't know how I read that in the wrong order, but I did.
That's hilarious.
And they say, okay, I have a few amazing examples. First, when we ate at the breakfast buffet in the yacht club, or beach club lobby, my goodness, my server was the best. I was down eating with 4 kids, 5 and under, by myself while my friends got ready. Our server said something along the lines of, "Mom, you spend your day serving kids. Let me take care of you for a change." The best service, and I left her a $100 tip and cried in the bathroom. Best woman ever.
Oh, wow.
Another was when I was at Animal Kingdom. I was with one of the kids. I should probably hold this closer to my face because I cannot see what I'm reading right now. Oh my gosh. And I'm all tangled up on the charger. I was with one of my kids and her cousin while the older kids and adults rode Avatar. I was Disney bounding as Jasmine, and a cast member told me to do a photo shoot. She dealt with the kids and literally told me how great I looked and that I needed to document it. I appreciated that so much. Last and my favorite was I took my daughter solo, just the two of us, to Epcot. It was her birthday and she was obsessed with Frozen. We did the ride and hopped off. A cast member asked if it was just us two, and I said yes, and it was her birthday and her favorite ride. He said hop back on, and he let us do the Frozen ride back to back 8 times until his ride shift was up. He said how special this time was with my girl, and I should enjoy it.
Wow.
It was the best gift anyone has ever given either one of us. She still talks about that time and seeing Elsa 8 times.
Wow. And
she concludes by saying, these are the things that make me go multiple times every year and make it so magical. These are only the biggest... but there have been so many more I could point out. The cast members have made all my trips so incredible.
That's really cool. It makes me think, like, have we had any, like, experiences like that with cast members and I'm just, like, blanking out on?
Well, I don't know, not specifically, like, nothing, like, crazy.
Yeah.
I will say, one time Marcy and I were wandering around Animal Kingdom, right? With Marcy had her autograph book, because you get like an autograph book and you ask characters for their autographs, right? Well, at one point she decided that camera died. At one point she decided that she wanted to get an autograph from a cast member. And so we went up to one of the cast members at Finding Nemo and asked her for her autograph. And of course she was like, kind of giddy because like obviously nobody ever asks the regular cast members for their autographs, and so she did it. And then she also gave Marcy and I like a VIP treatment to the next showing of the show Finding Nemo.
Nice.
Yeah, it was really funny.
Yeah, that's cool.
It was like really random and really special, but and I've probably said this, but I think I've talked about this before on the show, because I feel like I said that is probably one of the biggest reasons that Finding Nemo is one of my favorite shows in Disney World, is because of that memory.
I actually didn't know that.
It is a really good show,
but that's
yeah,
sweet. That's cool.
Yeah, I thought so.
I like those little mini stories that you just read. Those were.
It was kind of neat to have little ones here and there. Yeah. I didn't really read any of these ahead of time, so I don't really know like what most of these are. So.
Okay, yeah, but they're good
so
far.
So this one has this little blurb at the top. Just ignore that and just start here.
Okay. All right. So I had always planned to bring my DSLR camera and gear if I ever got the chance to go to the park on Halloween to get the photo I have always dreamed of taking of the Haunted Mansion with the Halloween lightning and fog. When I was given the opportunity to go last year for the first time ever, I jumped at the chance and packed my gear. After the fireworks show on Halloween night, I made my way to the Haunted Mansion. Cast members allowed me into the exit area of the attraction with my Pentax and my tripod with my remote shutter to get the shots. I set up my camera and began taking my shots, trying different manual exposure times and capturing different light patterns. This all took me probably 30 minutes of time, with the cast members happily letting me try and get the perfect picture. Another cast member, dressed differently than others, so I assume he was a supervisor or attraction manager, was standing in this area, and during my efforts, we began conversing. We were talking about how this was a favorite ride, or my favorite ride. I was wearing a Haunted Mansion t-shirt and a Haunted Mansion themed Hawaiian shirt over that, and he had commented that he liked them. Even with awesome additions like Rise of the Resistance and Guardians of the Galaxy, Cosmic Rewind, and how I'd always wanted to get this shot. And he asks me, have you ever been in the back entrance to it? No. Do you want to? Absolutely. He then waited until I was done shooting and put my gear away, then took me to the servant's entrance and gave me a tour through it, describing how there used to be a book for those who use this entrance to sign their names, showing me the keys to the different rooms and letting me take it all in. At the end, he left me in the entrance lobby right in front of the fireplace, where I was standing all alone when the next group of guests were allowed in. The shots I got that night were awesome. One of them was printed up as poster size and framed. It now hangs on my office wall. That's awesome.
That is awesome. That's like one of those random ones where they're like helping with the arts. Like,
yeah.
Like they could clearly see that those photos were important to the guy.
Yeah.
Or gal, did it say?
It was a guy.
Okay, I thought so. But like it was very clearly important to him, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the cast members were like not just like okay with it.
Mm-hmm.
They were encouraging about it and like being helpful about it and giving him more than he ever expected.
Yeah.
Which is super cool. I love that.
I love that too.
All right. Looks like we got one more.
Okay.
And then we can jump into my favorite segment. All right. Excuse me. All right. So this is from a former cast member named Sam J.
Okay.
All right. It was actually a story copied from their Facebook post from May 9th, 2016. And it says, well, tonight was my last night working at Disney, and I had the most amazing guest experience.
No.
When I first started at the circus in January, I don't know, circus, I'm confused about that. But when I first started at the circus in January, a man and his son, who was barely even 2, came and rode the Barnstormer. Oh, okay. They worked in Mickey's. What is it? Why can't I think of what it's called all of a sudden? Oh my gosh.
It has something to do with Disney.
It's the land in the back of Magic Kingdom that literally, as I was about to say it out loud, escaped my brain. What is it called?
No.
My goodness. What is?
I don't know.
It's in my brain.
It's in there, all dusty.
It's just not where I need it to be. Not at the front, evidently. Storybook Circus.
Okay.
Thank you.
That's
Thank
funny.
you. Okay. So they worked in Storybook Circus. So they came up to ride the Barnstormer. The son ended up loving it and rode for about 20 minutes until they had to basically pry him off the ride because the park was closed. Today, once again, my last day, who shows up to ride the Barnstormer other than this man and his son? They were so excited and waving and smiling and just genuinely happy to see me. He told me that night in January he decided they would be returning in May. As he was leaving because the wife wanted to watch fireworks, he turned to me and said, "Just remember, in whatever you do, you're making a difference in people's lives." Thank you to this amazing guest for making my last night working as a cast member the most magical night I could have asked for. That's like a really random story where it's like the actual flip side, right? Where it was a guest that made the cast member feel like extra magical instead of the cast members making the guest feel extra magical. And it's a super sweet story.
That is cool. I like that a lot because, I don't know. They deserve magic too. They deserve the love because they're pushing it forward, and
exactly.
Treat others the way you want to be treated.
For real. It's something that I like to try to. I don't know how well I do it, honestly, but I try to
I feel like you do.
Be I bounce the vibes back.
You do a really
whatever
good job
vibe you're giving me, boom, it's being reciprocated.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like that one time when we were filming a video, or maybe before or during or after, I don't remember, but we were in Hollywood Studios in Galaxy's Edge, and you were gonna film something about the bar there or something. And a cast member started talking to you.
That was not in Hollywood Studios.
Oh, was it?
That was in Disneyland.
Sorry. Oh my gosh, I'm.
Because that was literally just in May.
Sorry, not Hollywood
just
Studios.
Happened.
Yeah, I'm sorry. What is it? It's just Galaxy's Edge.
It's Galaxy's Edge in Disneyland, and that's actually an important part of that interaction.
Okay, yeah, because you guys are just he just came up to you.
It's because we were discussing the fact that in Disney World. You can go into Oga's, walk up to the bar, order a drink, and walk out.
Yeah.
You cannot do that at Oga's in Disneyland.
Yeah, and you guys were just being so funny
together.
So
that was a good time.
Yeah.
Cast members are great, and we really appreciate you guys so much.
Yeah.
I just love cast members. I have a friend who's a cast member, and I probably don't tell him enough that I appreciate what he does.
Really? Who?
Yeah. His name's Skylar.
Oh. I didn't know that.
Yes, you did.
I did?
Yes. We have had this same conversation a number of times.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, you guys know we're done with the primary purpose of this episode, so that can only mean one thing. It must be time to find out. What's going on in Mickey's neck of the woods?
What is happening?
What is happening in Mickey's neck of the woods?
So
I did, and there's a bunch of stuff happening, but also a lot of the same things.
Okay.
There was a lot of duplicates and a lot of just old news, just updated.
Okay.
I'm going to try to get this pulled up before I start talking about it this time. But because I don't know where we're starting, actually. Because I did not delete from last week. So let's see. Oh, that's all posts I need. Podcast topics. That's why. Okay. We talked about the Hall of Presidents being open. We talked about that opening. We talked about that. We talked about that. Maybe we didn't. Maybe this is where it starts. I think this is where we start. And that is that we have 9 new maps showing every new attraction coming to Disney World. So we have... This is from Disney Food Blog, of course. I think most of these posts are from Disney Food Blog. But there's a post, a map showing the Indiana Jones ride opening in 2027.
Ooh.
Which is replacing Dinosaur.
Yeah.
I have mixed feelings about that.
I'm excited.
I'm mostly okay with it, to be honest.
I'm excited for it.
But yeah, and then there's going to be the new Encanto attraction opening right next door. Basically, it's taking over where Chester and Hester's Dinorama used to be, which is super neat. And then the Esperanza Carousel is actually going in the place of the Boneyard. And you remember a few weeks ago, I talked about how I thought they were keeping the Boneyard. Mm-hmm. I was wrong, evidently, because that is actually where the carousel is going to go. Oh. I'm all right with that because it gives it like the problem I think with the Boneyard is that it is very much only for kids.
Yeah. Whereas
the carousel will be that more of that like anyone can ride it, which is low key the whole point.
Right.
Of Disney World.
Yeah.
Or Disneyland, I guess.
Yeah.
Was.
Okay, I didn't know that.
It was all started by a daddy wondering where he could take his daughters, where he could have a little bit of fun too.
Yeah, exactly.
Because basically he was sitting at the park watching his daughters ride the carousel, and he was just sitting on a bench.
Yeah, and he's like, ugh.
And he's like, wish I could be with them on that, but it was like, nah. So that's why that's
makes
literally
sense.
Why he created Disneyland.
Nice.
And so, yeah. Anyway, and then there's some concept art filling in all of the gorgeous Pueblo Esperanza. And it looks so lush and beautiful, and I'm honestly really excited for it. I hope it looks half as good as it does in this picture.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, they sure will.
I hope so.
Then we have any doubt in my mind.
Yes. Then we have Villains Land, which is going to be taking over some of the land behind Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. There's a lot of people that believe it's actually going to the area just north of Big Thunder, but it is like, I guess, northwest of Big Thunder. So it is going to be kind of behind it. I would imagine the land will actually extend behind Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. That's why the expansion project was called Beyond Big Thunder. Anyway. And then, of course, Piston Peak will be taking over what once was Tom Sawyer Island and the Rivers of America.
Well.
And we have Monsters Inc. Land coming to Hollywood Studios. I feel like none of this is really new. It felt new when I was looking at it, but now I'm like, I feel like this is all stuff we've talked about several times. But Monsters Inc. Land will be taking over the Muppet Courtyard, which is closed. And I don't know. I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
I didn't really care that much about Muppets. As long as they bring Muppet Vision back somewhere, I'll be very happy. Yeah, if they don't, then I'll be kind of mad because it is a really good show.
And it should be in the Muppet.
That was honestly the only part of that I really cared about. Like, I never ate at Pizza Rizzo except for once when I determined I did not like it. Yeah. I never ate at Mama Melrose, which I kind of wish I had, but whatever. And then nothing else over there even piqued my interest at all. I couldn't even tell you what was actually over there, if there was anything else. So I'm not super hurt as long as we get Muppet Vision back somewhere.
That'd be cool.
Yes. And then, of course, Muppets Rock and Roller Coaster will be opening in 2026 taking over the theming from Aerosmith in the Rock and Roller Coaster Show building. That one I am excited for. Don't get me wrong, I really love Aerosmith, and I appreciate that they have been the stars of that ride since it opened. It's time for a change. It's time for a change. Yeah. And I'm honestly hoping that we get something similar to like Hollywood Rip Ride Rockets here, where it's not just one song. Like, I'm hoping that you can choose a song like you can on Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket. And if you can't, then I'm hoping it's at least like Guardians Cosmic Rewind, where there are just different songs, multiple songs. And you just get lucky, listen, and get one of them, you know?
I agree. That'd be cool.
If it's just the one song, like a Muppet version of Walk This Way, then, like, what was the point? And then Zootopia, Zoo Better Together is opening this winter under the Tree of Life, taking over what was once the It's Tough to Be a Bug attraction. I'm excited for that, just because...
Cool. Something new.
It's something new. I'm bummed that they're taking A Bug's Life out of it, but I don't know.
Yeah.
We had someone comment on one of our videos that said, what did they say? It was way too socialist. They said A Bug's Life was way too socialist to be mainstream, and I was like, yeah, but they're ants.
But they're ants.
So like,
take it so seriously.
Yeah. No, yeah. So I don't know. I don't know. I just hope that theater is like really, really well revamped, because like last time I was in there, I remember it smelling like kind of mildewy, like it had been wet, and it just was kind of. I don't know if it actually was, but that's the vibe I got. So I'm hoping it's nice, and I don't know. I'm interested to see what effects they do, if they keep the like bugs running across your butt kind of thing, but it's maybe not bugs, it's something else. And if they keep the little stingers that pop out of the back that used to be the hornets, like, you know, I'm interested to see what they do with it. Everything needs to, you know, there's room for improvement on everything. It's okay. And then Test Track 3.0 is opening in like 2 weeks.
That's crazy.
And I'll be here, not there riding it. But there are plenty of people. I will. There are plenty of people on YouTube who have ridden it and will and have ride through videos, I guess. So if you're really interested and you want to check it out, head over there and do it. I'm doing my best not to watch it. Well, that's not supposed to be there.
I think that's just.
Oh, that's just on my screen. Yeah. Okay. That was not on the live stream. I was like, that's broken. I'm trying my best not to really watch any ride-throughs of it or queue videos of it, because I want to experience it for myself. But I feel like it's low-key kind of inevitable that I'll probably end up watching it before I get to go on it. Because first of all, I'm not going until September, so that's another 2 months away, basically. And then the other issue is that I'm constantly on like Disney Instagram and stuff, Disney Talk, and
so you'll probably like.
So it's like it's kind of inevitable. It's going to happen just from scrolling. So
unless you just like,
honestly, but that is everything that is coming to, that is opening soon. Not really soon, I guess. All before by 2027, I think, is when all that's supposed to be coming. I guess Villains Land is the only one we're not really sure about. Yeah. But I guess that soon. And Piston Peak, but I'm assuming 2027, 2028. I'm hoping it's 2027, because I do not want to be here till 2030 waiting for this stuff to open. I'll be mad. Like, they're killing these parks in the meantime. Like 5 years is a long time to go without that space, but whatever. I put this on here, and I don't really know if I really want to be doing this kind of thing in the future, but the boardwalk just got a major makeover, and they have redecorated all of the rooms. Previously, they seemed to have some just really basic stripy wallpaper, and that was really it. And now they have like very fancy looking headboards and details on the wall, more of a plaid like wallpaper in areas, and just it looks very much more complete and less. It looks more like a I don't know what it looks like a room over a hotel room, if that makes sense. It looks more homey. That's what I'm looking for, and less flat wall hotel style. It's like more comfy looking. I don't know how much I really want to talk about it, because I don't really have a lot to say. It's very visual, so if you're watching on the YouTubes, It looks so cool, but if you're listening, I'm so sorry. Head over to Disney Food Blog and check it out, man, on Instagram. There are some really neat upgrades. Yeah. It does look really nice. It was very boxy before, and they have a lot of detail on the walls now to break up just the flat panels, so that's kind of nice. Yeah. Then we have, oh yes, the very last ride for the Liberty Square Riverboat took place on Sunday night. So the Rivers of America.
Flow, man.
I know.
People, dang.
You actually had to get in line early.
Wow, that's crazy.
And get a wristband to ride the very last ride.
Wow.
So it wasn't just first come first serve. I mean, it was first come first serve, but it was I think they were handing out those wristbands at park open at 10 a.m.
Look at all the people. Look at the person who's just okay, come on, guys.
Boom.
Just,
and the cast members are bolting out of the way so they don't get trampled.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So yes, the Rivers of America, the Liberty Square Riverboat, and Tom Sawyer Island have officially closed to begin making way for Piston Peak.
That we gotta ride it, right?
Yes, me too. We rode it twice together, and we also explored Tom Sawyer Island. I think we did that twice too, technically. So I'm glad we got to do that before we ran out of time. But it is officially over. There is no longer a Tom Sawyer Island. Well, there is. It's still physically there, but I don't know for how much longer. As of yesterday, there was only walls up. But by today, I don't know. They may have already drained the river. Crazy. And then because of that construction, the Walt Disney World Railroad is now operating in shuttle mode. So they have reversed some of the seats, and it will go forward from the Storybook Circus station to the Main Street station, and then it will move backwards from the Main Street station to the Storybook station, which is why they've moved some of the benches backwards. So if you are uncomfortable sitting on a train while it's moving backwards, you can sit in the benches that face the opposite direction. And they've added some new audio for it, basically being if you just fancy to ride on a train to go back and forth, then you can stay on, but otherwise get off. I think so. This is going to do two things. Number one, there can only be one train operating at a time now because of this, as opposed to the 2 to 3 that they usually had running. So that will limit the number of that'll make it that's going to extend the wait between trains. Okay. Because you'll basically have to wait for it to fully unload, and then wait for it to fully load, and then make the trek from station to station, and then fully unload. So, a
little bit more wait.
I think there's going to be a little bit more waiting.
Yeah.
It will also reduce the capacity. Well, not the capacity, I guess, but I think it's going to reduce the number of people actually using it. Because I like to use the train just to ride around. I'll usually take a full lap on it when I go on the train.
Yeah.
I would probably use it still to go from Storybook Circus to Main Street, or vice versa. But it's also not that beneficial. I feel like riding from Main Street to Frontierland is the fastest way to get to Frontierland, right?
Yeah.
I feel like you can probably walk to Storybook Circus faster than you could ride the train. Well, I guess that's mostly because in the past you would be getting on the train and riding it all the way around the other way
to get there.
I don't know. And it'd be worth experimenting just to see which one's faster. But then there's also the argument where it's not about what's faster, it's about my legs are tired.
That's true.
Which is how we were in Disneyland, low key really bad.
Yeah, we were.
I was I don't want to walk over there. And part of it was also New Orleans Square, because Pirates of the Caribbean has such a bad queue right now that it was just super uncomfortable to get through there. It was just shoulder to shoulder with people because there's such a bad traffic jam because there's so many people trying to get on Pirates.
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
And I recently found out that the reason for that is because when they were doing the refurb on the Haunted Mansion, they added, and they were building Tiana's Bayou Adventure, they added the lightning lane into Pirates, and it doesn't normally have it. And so in order to add that lightning lane, they had to take up some of the actual queue that was purpose built for it. And so basically that lightning lane is going away, and they will be reintegrating that into the rest of the queue for Pirates. So it should super reduce that.
Oh, okay.
And it also will make the flow rate faster because queue lines get long and take longer because of Lightning Lane a lot of times.
Yeah, okay.
Which is unfortunate, but,
Yeah.
I'm still going to pay for it because I'm a sucker. But anyway, I digress. Finally, we have 2 more here, I think, maybe 3. But Disneyland has filed a building permit for the construction of a new 1-story building within the Avengers Campus area. It is building number 761 and is labeled as, quote, attraction building in the previously filed permits. So, yeah.
Okay.
They're getting ready to build a new building for one of the attractions they're adding into. I think they're adding 2 new attractions into the Avengers Campus. So this will be the building for one of them.
Nice.
Super neat. We get to see some Disneyland changes coming, which is so crazy to me to see them expand Disneyland because it's so landlocked.
It is.
It's so tight in there. It's like, it's amazing. They can just keep squeezing things in.
Yeah.
And I feel like they're going to eventually start working. They're going to start buying out like surrounding areas. And they're just going to start spilling out because they're going to have to eventually. Then we have a new marquee over the Opera House in Disneyland. One side of it says A Magical Life, Walt Disney. And then Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln on the other side. This sign is implying things that I just don't think are true. And maybe it's just the way that I'm reading it, but it says in the middle, now featuring 2 dramatic theater presentations, right? Which would imply that you could get in line to watch A Magical Life, or Walt Disney A Magical Life, whatever it's called, or you could get in line to watch Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln, whereas I don't think that's the case. I'm pretty sure it is just a Walt Disney A Magical Life.
Yeah.
And then in a couple of months, they'll switch it back and it will be just Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln.
That makes sense.
Like, I don't think there's 2 theaters in there. I think it's just the 1 theater. But this is like, to me, it's implying that it is showing both at the same time, and I don't think it is.
Interesting.
I could be wrong, I guess, but I haven't seen anything that tells me otherwise. So...
Huh, okay.
Again, perhaps it's just the way I'm reading it, and it's just weird. So, I don't know. Maybe it's easier to switch them out than we think it will be, and so it will literally be like, until noon, it's Walt Disney A Magical Life, and then after noon, it's Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln, or vice versa, or whatever. I don't know. We'll see.
Be crazy.
It'll be opening soon-ish, so there you go. And then finally, there is one more. There is going to be we have announcements for new Disney holiday stuff. So Magic Kingdom will offer Frozen Holiday Surprise as a returning holiday party in Magic Kingdom. And then Disney Starlight Parade, which will also run on non-Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party nights. That's cool. I want to go to Disney for Christmas so bad.
Christmas, during Christmas time.
Let's do it. Let's just do it this year. Why not? Screw it. Then the Magic Kingdom also has holiday decor that will line Main Street, USA, and the Jungle Cruise overlay coming back. I feel like I'm not reading these correctly. Then in the Epcot Festival of the Holidays begins November 28th and will run through December 30th. That's one of the main things I want to go to experience. And then the Festival of the Holiday Foods. International Festival of the Holidays will again feature the Holiday Cookie Stroll, which is the main reason I want to go.
So when does that start? November?
November 28th. So between November 28th and December 30th is when I want to go.
We'll probably go again around November, the end of November, early December.
All right. And then they will also have the Glimmering Greenhouse Holidays overlay on Living with the Land in Epcot. And you can comment on Disney Food Blog's post here, comment holidays, and they will send you all of the information. So, of course, guys, if you aren't already, make sure you go over and follow... Oh, my. Make sure you go follow Disney Food Blog on Instagram, as that is where I get all of the news that I feature on this podcast. My mouth is getting really dry. And I don't know if I have a lot more to say. So will you take us through the socials really quick.
Okay, I'll do my best. Okay.
I'm trying to make you do it more.
I know. Okay, so you can obviously follow us on the YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel here, Noah Parker _channel. You can follow us on the podcasts form. What's it called? Like platform.
Yes.
The podcast platform. On I was gonna say Instagram. On Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, and iHeart Podcasts. You can obviously follow us on Facebook at Noah Parker's World of Wonder, on Instagram Noah Parker's World of Wonder, and on TikTok Noah Parker's World of Wonder.
That last one surprised me. I thought you were gonna say something else. Not really.
What do you think I was gonna say?
No, I said not really. That was a joke.
Okay. No Parker channel.
Oh boy. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us this evening. And if you are not watching us on YouTube, and you are watching later or listening later, thank you for joining us in general. We hope you enjoyed today's episode. Leave a comment suggesting any other topics. I think the next couple of weeks we have a viewer recommended topic that I'm going to be taking on. And I'll tell you about that when we're done. And yeah, so if you guys have ideas for us, share them with us. Not that we're running out of ideas, but we appreciate any ideas you guys have. We're excited to do them and stuff. We do have a new video coming out this Saturday. We're actually taking a look at how to experience. No.
Is it
we're unlocking Disneyland.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Well, is that something else?
That's next Saturday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll be unlocking Disneyland this Saturday at 4 p.m. Mountain Time. Be there or be square.
And until then,
I'm trying to think if we have anything else we need to talk about.
We said social media and everything, so.
It's just that video. Oh, game night tomorrow night.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what we're doing yet. But we'll figure it out.
Give us topics for game nights, guys.
Yeah,
that's where we're struggling
games.
a little bit.
Well, it's not even really a struggle because we have three defaults that we fall back on, right? We either fall back on using the Play Disney Parks app and do trivia.
That's what we said last time.
I think
right?
so. Yeah, that's the other default. We fall back on either Disney trivia from the app, or we fall back on Lorcana, or we fall back on the Disney board game, the trivia board game. So I don't know. Well, they'll probably be doing one. We'll probably play Lorcana. I don't know yet because I haven't used that deck yet, and I want to play that deck before I actually broadcast it out to the world and show the world what I did.
Yeah, well, it could be the first time seeing it. And
I want to make sure it's a good deck before I present it at all. So I don't know, but we'll be live. Wow, got a little out there. Sorry. We'll be live at 8 p.m. on Wednesday. That's tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Mountain Time, and we'll be playing probably Lorcana. But until then, my dear friends, let the wonder take hold.